Hello cyclists! Today we compare a carbon belt drive with a regular chain, and we do that with two models of the Bzen, Vienna and Amsterdam bikes. As you probably know in all my reviews, the bikes have whether a carbon belt drive or a regular chain, and every now and then I see in the comments that the difference is not 100% clear and why most of the time I do prefer the belt drives, because the belt drives, they last up to 3 times longer than a regular chain. There's no oil or grease involved. They're super silent and they look more minimalistic. So if you're like love cycling your bicycle, riding it, but not taking so much care of it, the carbon belt drive could definitely be the perfect option for you. Well, with the Bzen bikes, they only offer a single speed, so you do have only one gear. So it's definitely enough if you cycle in the city, but there are other manufacturers that offer the belt drive with gearing systems. So all the advantages of a belt drive. It lasts up to 3 times longer than a chain, so up to 30,000 kilometers. It needs no attention because there is no grease or oil involved. The only thing that you have to keep in mind, if the belt drive is really dirty, you just take a damp cloth and just clean the belt drive carefully. Well, with the Bzen you only have the single speed, but there are other manufacturers where you can have a gearing system, which is an internal gearing system that's only possible with belt drives, and it is super silent. Maybe give you a little insight into the history of the belt drive. So there's the big manufacturer called Gates. He's, in my opinion, the best manufacturer for carbon belt drives. And they already started like decades back providing belt drives for motorcycles, for Harley Davidsons. And I would say 15 to 20 years back, the first manufacturers or more manufacturers in the bike industry started equipping their e-bikes and bicycles with belt drives because they have so many advantages. But the thing is, you have to open the frame, because usually when you have a bicycle with a regular chain, you can open the chain and just, put it on the front and the rear sprocket, but not with a carbon belt drive. And there were very ugly and not so reliable solutions. But now if you have a closer look, you can hardly see where the frame was opened. Why do manufacturers still provide bikes and e-bikes with regular chains? It's cheaper, and you do have a larger variety of gears most of the time, because in comparison, if you do have an internal gearing system and a chain gearing system with a derailleur, with the internal gears you have to stop pushing the pedal for just a second, then choose your new gear up and down, and with a chain you can just go on pushing the pedal, cycling, and then you can choose your new gears. I think this is also why road bikes are only equipped with regular chains and the different gearing systems. So in my opinion, of course, I always prefer the carbon belt drive, but maybe if you're more into tours and if you want more variety concerning the gearing, then maybe a chain is more interesting for you. So especially when you have a closer look at the Bzen bikes, at the carbon belt drive, which is a single speed only, so you have only one gear, and the chain version. If you're into also touring and maybe cycle longer distances, then I would always recommend go for the chain, but you always have to keep in mind you have to take care of the system, so you have to clean the chain, and as it lengthens over time, maybe you can adjust the chain, or maybe you ask a bike shop. But of course the more minimalistic approach is, in this case, the belt. If you do have questions or if you need my recommendation, please leave a comment, and I'll also leave the 2 links to the review of the Vienna and the Amsterdam from Bzen, and also give you a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you like this video.